involved in CPA
Mm-hmm.
and SWAP for over 30 years now.
Mm-hmm.
What have you seen as the developments, changes? How is it different now, the same? What's your perspective on it, I guess?
I think a lot is now taken for granted. A lot of what was very difficult to achieve is taken for granted. And for some women, that means there's no need for a swap. And maybe that's true for them. But there definitely is still a need. I see a need, especially among women graduate students, to have this kind of forum for their ideas and this safe place, which doesn't mean that they never get criticized by their peers, but I think it is still serving a function. And I think that it could very easily slide back. And that's one of the reasons I'm worried about, or it's related to why I'm worried about women leaving academia for healthier work environments. Because it means that even though there is a majority of the student population, both undergraduate and graduate, who are women, the decisions about their lives in academia are being made by men still. And the research that's being done currently is shaping the future of the discipline. And if the people conducting that research are still conducting it from an androcentric perspective, it would be easy to see at least enclaves of it no longer being acceptable to do research with women.
We do see even now, especially within psychology, people saying that we don't need separate psychology of women courses anymore. Some of the debates that you really would have expected to hear when you were in grad school, we're hearing with us in grad school. So what can we do? How do we look at that to the future? What would you tell a grad student of yours right now of what they need to be doing to put in place to sort of preserve that these things are still of need, that there is still a purpose and a place for this study of women, or look at women as subjects in a different light within psychology? How do you convey that to your graduate students?
That's something that I do with my grad students and my honors students. Through our conversations, and through example, rather than this is the way you must structure your career. And very often however, I do give advice along the lines of, don't do what I do, or don't do what I did. And to help them come to a realization or a clarification of what feminism and an academic life, or a life in practice outside of a university, really can look like. And their definition, their vision will not be what I had in the 60s and the 70s, and it shouldn't be. But I think that there are sort of cycles that we go through.